Hafide and welcome to Life in Balance. In this episode, we'll be trying out CrossFit for the first time as we join CrossFit coach Shane Gillens, who showed me the ropes. From touring CrossFit Latte's facility to showing me basic CrossFit movements and fundamentals to a full-blown workout where we see how those fundamentals come into play. Keep watching to learn more. Hafide Guam, welcome to this episode of Life in Balance. I'm your host, Jeanette Sampson, and today we're here at CrossFit Latte here in Harmon, and we're going to do a CrossFit workout. Come along. So my coach today is Coach Shane. Shane, could you please tell us about yourself?
Yeah, I'm Shane, one of the coaches here at CrossFit Latte, and I've been coaching here for about 5 years.
Okay, awesome. And for the people that want to try CrossFit but don't know what it is, what is it?
Well, CrossFit is a functional form of working out. Normally it's done at high intensity, and we have some stuff that we'll take a look at here in a little bit in terms of the actual definition of what it is or the methodology behind it. But CrossFit is actually a strength and conditioning program, and it's typically used for athletes in their off season, and it's also a form of working out as well. Maybe you've seen CrossFit like on TV and stuff like that. So it's actually a sport in and of itself. It's not for everyone, but a lot of the movements are scalable for everyone, if that makes sense.
And as someone that does not go to the gym and just works out at home, but for people that want to try CrossFit, what is something you want to tell them?
I would probably say the main thing that I would like to convey or come across to people is to not necessarily feel so intimidated by the whole atmosphere of CrossFit, because I know that maybe you've seen CrossFit on TV and it looks really intimidating. But the main thing I would like people to come away from is, like I just said, all the movements are scalable. So no matter what your current fitness level is, we can facilitate wherever that's at, whether it's at a high level of competition or whether that is you're just starting out and you've never even worked out before.
Okay, awesome. And is there anything else you'd like to add?
I would like to actually start working out, so let's get to it.
Okay, started.
So if we just take a look at this little, I guess, diagram here, or this snapshot of what CrossFit is, we see that it says constantly varied, high intensity functional movement designed for universal scalability. So kind of what I talked to you about earlier in terms of the scalability part being for basically anyone who just wants to check it out and try it out, or whatever fitness level they're at. We can take the movements and either scale them up or either scale them back depending on whatever their current fitness level is. The high intensity part just means that we're doing the movements with a purpose and we're not just kind of just lackadaisical in our movements. The functional part consists of basically everything that you guys do on a daily basis, whether that's doing a deadlift, picking something up off the ground, picking up a child is kind of considered like a deadlift, right? Like a deadlift, or getting out of bed. And so a lot of the movements will mimic some of the things that we do in daily life. So that's basically what this entire board here is talking about, and it goes into the specifics of what actual fitness means and everything like that. But you guys can check this out if you guys are interested in exactly what the methodology is in CrossFit. There's a lot of stuff here to go over. Yeah, that's basically it for now. And what I was gonna do with you is actually go over some very basic, I know we're moving here, some very basic movements like the air squat, so you guys can kind of see what that looks like before Jeanette gets involved in doing some of these movements. So we have the air squat, the front squat, and the overhead squat. And then here are some other basic movements here. This is the shoulder press, the push press, and the push jerk. So just so you can kind of get a rough idea as to what the movements are going to look at look like when we go over here and try them out.
I feel like that looks so much easier than that.
This one?
Yeah, this looks so much. I could feel like I could do this compared to that.
Oh, yeah, so this is,
It looks much easier.
yeah, this is on the machine here.
Oh.
I think we'll save that for next time.
Yes.
We'll save that for your next visit.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go over here and knock out some foundational movements that we talked about over here. Okay.
Stay tuned because up next, Coach Shane will be showing me the ropes on some fundamental CrossFit movements. Welcome back to Life in Balance. Here we're going over some fundamental CrossFit movements which serve as the foundation to more advanced exercises.
Okay, so the air squat, we just finished looking at the diagram. That's what we're gonna do right now. And basically the air squat is a foundational movement that covers pretty much a lot of the other movements too. So if you notice, like if I was to put my hands over my head and I was to squat down, the foundational part of this movement is still considered some sort of a squat, right? Just so we can get here, we'll take this here. Just so we can get an idea for what the squat feels like, I would like you to hold this out in front of you, just like this. And you're gonna take your feet and put them just outside of where your hips are.
Okay.
So I think that looks pretty good. Okay, and we're gonna take the 5-pound weight that I gave you here and just hold it out in front of you. And now we're just gonna act like we're sitting down. So just pretend like you're gonna sit down on a chair. Just keep going all the way down. And we'll hold it here for a second, and then we're gonna stand up. Is that all right, you good?
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're just gonna stand up. Okay, stand up. We're gonna do 2 more, okay?
Oh, great.
You ready? How your shoulders okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 more. Come down nice and slow, sit and stand. And then 1 last one here, okay? Down and up. Okay, cool, so you can rest. Take that from me. Okay, so what does that feel like to you? Does that feel uncomfortable or?
It's okay. It's a little, I feel a little something, like a little sore.
In your legs?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
here. So that
Yes.
means I'm working at the right part, right?
Right, well you should feel it in your quads and in your glutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you should also feel like your hamstrings kind of stretching a little bit too. But for this, the main things to focus on is where your knees are going. So instead of your knees coming in, and I'm exaggerating, but they shouldn't be coming in like this.
They should be?
No, they should not be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they should not be coming in like this. Try and have your knees come out the same direction that your toes are pointing.
Okay.
So if you see my toes are pointed kind of going out just a little bit, that's where my knees are gonna go. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so you can try that out if you want, and just figure out where your knees are. There we go. Okay, so we come down again, knees come out. Good, that looks good. Okay, and then come up. Okay, good. Okay, so the next one is the front squat, so we actually need to grab this one here. Okay, and this is gonna be simulating an actual barbell. Okay, but we like to work with the PVC pipe just so that athletes can get used to just what it feels like to have a bar in their hands. So they don't have to worry about how much weight they're moving around. So this is gonna help you out. Okay, so front squat is done here. So we're gonna take the barbell and just kind of, and since there's no weight, it's gonna feel weird. So it's not gonna actually sit on your shoulders. So you just put it here, somewhere here. Okay, and my head and eyes are gonna be up just like this. And just like the air squat, we're gonna start coming down nice and slow. Remember, knees come out, all the way down, and then all the way up. So that, you can feel the difficulty start to ramp up, right? It's a lot different than just holding that.
It is, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so with the PVC pipe, we're gonna place it just at our shoulders, and we're gonna try and keep our elbows up. And I'll put this down for a second. So you can place it on your shoulders, just like that. And then you're gonna try and lift your elbows up as much as you can. Okay? Is that uncomfortable anywhere? Okay. So we're gonna try and do just like the air squat. So we're gonna come down nice and slow, knees are tracking out. Head and eyes are kind of up, and then we're gonna come up. And it's a little bit difficult because this is just a PVC pipe, so there's no weight to actually bring down. But how does that feel overall? A little bit more uncomfortable than just this, right?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah.
Do a lot more thinking than just holding
Yeah, definitely.
an object.
Yeah. Okay, so the last one is the overhead squat. And all we're gonna do here to figure out where our hands are gonna be is we're gonna take this PVC pipe, put it right at where we bend over. You feel that? Just kind of just leave it there. Can you wedge it in between your... You should be able to.
With what?
Okay. You see where your waist bends?
Yeah.
Up higher, go up higher. Yeah, right there. And then bend forward.
If I drop this, it's gonna...
Well, just keep bending. Just keep bending. Okay, that's fine. Just, from here, just take your arms and go out. So your arms are gonna be straight. And then stand up. Okay, good. That's maybe a little too far, so you can bring your arms in just a little bit. Okay, good. And then our shoulders, we want our shoulders to be active. So they're gonna be up like this, as opposed to down like this. It's kind of like an inactive. So active, nice and up. And then from here, you're just going to raise the bar overhead. Now for the overhead squat, you might need to go a little bit more wide than an air squat or a front squat. So you could come out just a little bit, more than normal. And then this is gonna be a little uncomfortable. So keep your shoulders up, nice and strong.
It's a lot of multitasking.
Right. So shoulders up, nice and strong. And we're gonna come down nice and slow into the bottom. Good. And then stand. And then we'll do one more, okay? So remember to keep our shoulders up. Down, feet flat on the ground, and we come back up. How's that feel? So shoulder press, again, PVC pipe, and this is the front rack position, just like in the front squat. And the shoulder press, all we're gonna do is take this PVC pipe, we're gonna move our chin out of the way first, so just move it back just a little bit, and then start to raise the bar up, and then bring our head through. Good. Okay, so one more time. On the shoulders, it should be on the shoulders, but since, like I said, it's really light, so it can't really do that. So head back first. We start to lift up, and as the bar passes our forehead, we start to bring it through. And basically I guess the main thing to think about is we want our shoulders to try to touch our ears. It's like this.
Oh.
Do you see how that works? Yeah. So one more time. We are in the front rack position. The first thing we do is we start to move our head back. And we start to lift the bar up and then head through as we lift our shoulders up. Okay, so that's the shoulder press. And then the push press and the push jerk are basically the same thing, except now we're gonna be using our legs. So we're gonna recruit our legs to help us lift the bar this time. So from here is a front squat. Front rack position, just like this. And instead of us moving our head back, now we're going to dip our legs down just a little bit. So it's like 1/8 of a squat.
Oh, okay.
And then we come up. Right?
Oh, but everything goes up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll segment that a little bit differently for us. So here, front squat, down, up, down, up, down, and then up. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna incorporate the push press or the shoulder press after that. Okay, so down and up and shoulder press. Good. And we'll do just one more. Okay, so down and up and shoulder press. Good. Remember to make sure to bring your head all the way through, just like that. But yeah, looks good. How's that feel on your shoulders?
I feel it.
So yeah, so we're just, so as you can tell, like we're just learning the warm-ups, and you can already feel like what your muscles would feel like already. They're already kind of burning, right? Okay. So the last one is a push jerk. So it's basically the same thing as a push press. Now this could be a little bit confusing, so what I'll do is I'll segment this into two different movements. So from here, front rack position again, we're gonna come down and up. Now from here, the goal is to get this bar to go up. using our legs. So you see how that works? Up, the bar starts to go up. As the bar is coming up, we come back down. You see how that works? So we're kind of catching it in the quarter squat, just like this. To finish this movement, we're going to stand. Good. So that would be what's considered the end of the movement when we stand up at the very end. Okay, can you try all that together at once without any help?
Oh my God.
Here we go. You ready for this? And that's okay if you don't get it. So
Okay.
yeah. So if all we can do is get you, because you did have the movements, and so I think we're good where we're at, and we could just continue. So one more time, what we'll do is front rack on the shoulders. Remember, down, up to the eyes, bar up to the eyes, up, eyes, and then down, quarter squat. So I'm happy with that, stand. Ah, you forgot to stand up. Okay, one more time, here we go. Okay, so front rack position as best as you can. Down, up to the eyes, and then quarter squat down, hold, and then stand. Good. No, that's good. Okay. I think we made progress here. How do you feel so far?
The first few exercises were pretty easy, and then more moves got involved, and then I got confused. But
that's okay though.
That's okay. It was good.
Yeah, because these moves are really difficult as far as like the coordinative side of it. So, like I said, don't feel like you absolutely have to get this nailed in today. This takes years for people to perfect. So, that's good though. I think you did well.
Yay.
Okay, I think that's it for now.
Okay.
And don't go away because we'll put those fundamentals to the test with a full-on CrossFit workout. Welcome back to Life in Balance. After a trip to the dentist and the hair salon, we're back to do a real full workout. Earlier, Coach Shane taught me some fundamental movements, and now we're going to put those movements to the test. Here, you can see some of the exercises other gym goers will be doing, but since I'm new to CrossFit, Coach Shane modified the workouts just for me. I will be doing a 400-meter row, 30 air squats, back on the rowing machine for a 300-meter row, 30 single unders, back on the rowing machine for the 200-meter row, and finishing off with 30 step-ups. Over here, Coach Shane is showing me how to use the rowing machine, which is honestly confusing as this was my first time seeing and doing it. The rowing machine is primarily used for cardio, but it is also a full body workout. And here's me doing my first rep on the rowing machine, which actually took some time getting used to. Up next is 30 air squats. Coach Shane says to hold both your hands out as you perform a squat for balance. And now we're back on the rowing machine for 300 meters. After the rowing machine, I do 30 single unders or jump rope, and by this time my legs were killing me. My legs were burning, but I had to keep going. This part of my workout is called step-ups, where I step onto a box and go back down, for a total of 30 reps. If you didn't know, this works out your legs. And here's Coach Shane motivating me to keep going. Isn't he helpful? I thought I was finally finished with my workout, but Coach Shane told me to go on the Nordic track to cool down. This indoor run involves short sprints and walking. Here you can see me counting down to 10 seconds until I have to do another sprint. And here I am thinking I'm in a music video, and I really didn't think this would make the final cut. And finally, here's how I felt about the workout.
So how was that?
It was very intense, but I like that it was a short amount of time, so I feel like I'm not suffering by doing such a long workout and being so exhausted. I was just exhausted for a little bit of the time, but yeah, it was good.
That's good. Yeah, so my goal really wasn't to like completely destroy you and discourage you from ever working out ever again in the future, but it was just to get your heart rate up into a nice healthy range, and to do the nice cool down that you guys saw here with the Nordic track. But yeah, you think you'll be coming back for Booty Beat next time?
Yes, I will come back.
Okay.
But I particularly enjoyed the treadmill.
The treadmill.
I did.
I'll keep a mental note of that. Okay.
And that's it for this episode of Life in Balance. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.
Front rack position. Down. Up, down.
Oh.
See, I tried to.
Too much.
Okay. Can you wedge it in between your... You should be able to.
With what?
Okay. You see where your waist bends?
Yeah.
Up higher, go up higher. Yeah, right there. And then bend forward.
My job is.
Well, just keep bending. Just keep bending. Okay, that's fine. Just from here.